Hello, and thank you for listening to this Ringside Report Network podcast today. You can find more in-depth, exclusive written content on our website at ringsidereport.net. Before I hand it off to Dave and the team, I want to remind you that we are a listener-supported creator team. On our website, we would appreciate it if you supported our sponsors or purchased our exclusive merch. Branded clothing, mugs, and even jiu-jitsu gear, which are available only in our store. You can become a recurring supporter of our content at membership.ringsidereport.net. This, along with all our podcasts, is available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Amazon, iHeart, and TuneIn, wherever you get your podcasts. It would help us immensely if you left a positive review on Spotify, Apple, or Amazon. Thank you for your support and enjoy the show.
Please welcome David Simon. Good to see you again, David. Thanks for coming back.
Yes. It's Wrestling Uncensored. Tonight we're previewing WWE Survivor Series. Yes. Survivor Series. Big Johnny North in the house. How we doing?
Not too bad, Dave. I put over the opening that we have here on YouTube for the show now, but after I saw the opening for Ringside Report, I think we're number 2, because that Ringside Report intro was a bit better than the one we got.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. Yeah. We got a good one, too. Don't get jealous now, John.
I got to give you guys credit on the B show, at least.
Wow. Shots fired at AJ and Fred. Not at me, because I'm on both, so I don't really care what you say. What's the A show? What's the B show? Either way. I'm good.
Well, you're Michael Cole no matter what then, I guess, right? So that's good for you. Like,
I don't love the comparison, but okay. Michael Cole. Excalibur. How about Gorilla Monsoon? Think of me as Gorilla Monsoon. Okay?
You're not that big, but okay.
I know. That's why it's double funny. We got Survivor Series tomorrow. We've got stuff happening in AEW with their Continental Tournament, the Continental Classic.
Right. Yeah, we got the Gold and Blue League all set up. The matches have already started because we had Dynamite and Collision was yesterday, so a lot's happened already. And we had Full Gear that happened. So, yeah, lots happened.
Yeah, a lot's going on in AEW. And it's interesting. They got a new world champion, right? Samoa Joe is the new world champion. That happened last week. We haven't had a chance to talk about that. So there's tons going on in pro wrestling. Tons.
I mean, we expected new champions, just not a new world champion. That was a bit of a surprise, but I mean, good for Joe to finally get a second reign. I didn't think he'd ever get a second reign. I thought one, that's it, but good for him to be a double champion too as well.
I want to talk about AEW and Samoa Joe, but I want to start with the WWE and Survivor Series. Big show they have tomorrow night in San Diego, Petco Park, home of the Padres. Outside, 2 rings, double cage, war games. It's going to be quite an image. It's going to look cool as hell.
Yeah, but I don't know about you. Like, looking at the card, I'd be a little upset, to be honest. Like, how many hundreds of dollars, close to thousands of dollars people have spent to watch 4 matches? And I don't know about you. I don't think that these are going to be 4 matches that are going to live up to whatever people paid for, I don't believe. I mean, the War Game matches. I've been over this so many years now. This is the worst match in all of WWE. It goes on forever. It drags. And then in the end, it's just a spot like garbage match in the end. It's not fun really. And you have to watch it twice. It's too much.
They have their ups and downs.
More downs than ups, to be honest, the War Games match.
I don't love the format. It's not my favorite. It's not. But they're getting big stars. They're going to get some big stunts. You know, it's stunt wrestling for the most part. I think the big attraction is Brock Lesnar in that type of match. Because Brock doesn't usually work these kind of multi-man matches. He doesn't work well with others. Like, to have to participate in a thing like this for Brock is going to be weird. And I wonder how long he's going to be in the ring for. Because he's not usually in the ring for very long. So, like, he could be in one of those cages for a long time and be the last guy for his team, which I fully expect. But even then, once the bell rings and everybody's... Right, because the match doesn't fully start until everybody has entered the War Games cages. They're all in other cages waiting to be unleashed into War Games. And they have to wait, like, intervals. It starts with 2 guys, and then another guy comes from one team. Somebody got the advantage this week on Raw, right? The heels?
Heyman's team. Yeah, the heels for the men's and the faces for the women. As we just found out on SmackDown tonight.
Yeah. Charlotte won that match for her team to get the babyface advantage for the women's team. And on Raw, it was Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul over the Usos to get the War Games advantage. So Brock Lesnar, like, that means we'll get even more Brock because Brock is going to have to enter the ring, do some stuff, and then somebody else will enter, probably Roman Reigns or Cody. Who's the last guy for the babyface team? Punk? Cody? Roman? Like, take your pick.
Well, the way they kind of set it up the last couple of weeks, like Brock and Roman are the last two kind of thing, and it feels like Roman's the only one who can seem to put a dent into Brock, so Roman being the last guy to actually start the match, it makes the most sense. Although they're putting Cody as like the top guy on the team, I think that's mainly just because he's the WWE champion, so that's why they kind of make it look like he's the captain, where I don't believe he actually is. I think it feels like it's Punk and Cody trying to lead the team.
Yeah.
But obviously problems, as we saw on Raw.
Yeah, they had that promo, which I enjoyed, you know, Cody welcoming them to his team, and Roman's like, what do you mean your team? I've been fighting this battle longer than you. Most of this team is my family. What are you talking about? I thought it was good.
Well, and last year, I mean, that's what it was it not? It was pretty much Roman, it was Bloodline with CM Punk.
Yeah. It was Roman, Usos, Punk, and Sami Zayn. Now Cody's taken Sami's spot in the War Games team, but Roman, and on the other side, it was Bronson Reed and Solo?
I believe Solo Sikoa, yeah.
Yeah.
The Tongas as well, I think.
The Tongas and...
I want to say Drew McIntyre was just thrown in there for some reason.
I could tell you here in a second. It was... Jacob Fatu.
Oh, there you go. That makes more sense.
This year, for those unaware, it will be Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, and the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns taking on Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre, and Brock Lesnar in the men's War Games match. Women's War Games match will be Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, and AJ Lee taking on Nia Jax, Lash Legend, Asuka, Kairi Sane, and Becky Lynch. I really enjoyed Becky's promo on Raw this week. I thought it was fantastic. Very funny.
Well, I didn't. I thought it was.
What?
Yeah, I don't enjoy it. Like, I don't understand. Like, why does she have to act like Donald Trump? Have you not noticed this? Like in her promos, like
It's funny.
oh, I don't think it's funny. I think it's dumb. Like, why are you a parody of Donald Trump?
I mean, she kind of is, but she's not fully. There
Oh,
are definitely
on
some character
SmackDown.
traits.
On SmackDown, it felt exactly the same thing. It's like, come on, it's way too much. The way she talks, her cadence with it, and like pretty much every way, I feel like
She's not
almost
doing an impression.
It feels like it's almost completely that. On SmackDown, it felt exactly an impression.
I like it. I know what you mean, but I'm enjoying it. I think Becky's doing good work. You didn't think that promo was funny on Raw?
I don't think Trump's the right way to go with this. I guess she's trying to be a heel with this, and she thinks that's a good way to be a heel, but she also thought it was a good idea to dress up like Hulk Hogan and try to mock Hulk Hogan as well. So I don't approve of these ideas that she has.
I like Becky. I think her promos are really good, and especially when you're comparing them to some of the other promos that the other women are doing. You know, did you hear AJ Lee?
Yeah, I'm not saying it's great like across the board here. I'm saying like it's all bad. But the fact that you're trying to parry the U.S. president, like, it doesn't make sense that you're doing this, for one. It's not necessary. But she's doing it because she thinks it gets heat. But I just think it's just dumb.
It is getting heat.
I think people are just annoyed by her. That's not good heat. You're getting X-Pac heat.
But I'm entertained. I like it. I can't be the only one. I find her very amusing. I like this character. I like that she's she lost the title, but she has lawyers looking into it, so she can't talk about it. So let's not even talk about it. Let's not bring it up. I think that's very funny. She lost the belt to Maxine Dupree, the Intercontinental title. But her lawyers are dealing with that, so she's not legally allowed to speak on it. I thought that was funny. Funny heel
It's been
tactic.
a tremendous... I just find it's been a tremendous fall for her over the last couple of years. Like, she was the top women's wrestler in the world. And now, like, if she's top 5, it's a miracle, I think. I don't think she is.
Active
I think she's
right
far
now?
from it. Yeah.
I think she's pretty close.
I don't know about that. I definitely would
top
put
5
Rhea
in the
Ripley.
world is kind of tough.
Well, right, but she was number 1 overall, period, and she fell. She fell
But did
hard.
you see Tony Storm's promo with Jon Moxley on Dynamite this week? How are you going to compete with that? She's not allowed to compete with that. I mean, Tony Storm is saying some things pretty saucy. R-rated.
Well, just the whole women's thing in general too. Like, they're not going to be able to bleed like that too. So you're not going to get that kind of violence. It's not even going to get close to that for the War Games. So, I mean, yeah, like, it's not the same level, obviously, but still, like, even in WWE, like, Rhea Ripley's ahead of her. I think you can agree with that.
Not on a promo level. Like, you put a microphone in Rhea's hand and it's not great.
I'm not going to say it's the greatest thing to listen to, but people love it. People want to hear her talk, actually.
In small bits.
Well, I don't think she ever does that long of promos. I mean, most promos get interrupted anyways, so.
Yeah, because it gets a little shaky. Like, you could put a microphone in Charlotte's hand or Becky's hand and let them go, and they'll be all right. You can't say the same for a lot of them. And they're trying to do it with AJ, and it's not really working. I don't really see her as the leader of that team. She comes out on Raw, and she's doing the talking. She's kind of leading the team, and you go, I don't know. You got Charlotte and Rhea Ripley next to you. I feel like maybe Charlotte's the leader of the team. You're just not allowing it to happen. It's weird. And, like, Charlotte doesn't get to talk? What's that about?
Well, she kind of talked a bit backstage on SmackDown tonight. That kind of happened.
She's like third banana at this point. Well, what's this? She's only above Io and Alexa Bliss. What's that about?
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
They made her like an important part, and yet you shouldn't have said that, by the way, because now obviously we can hear your Alexa going off. Yeah, gotta watch out that. But with Charlotte, like they kind of made her an important part without being the important part, because the whole rift with Rhea, that was a huge thing where she wasn't on the team, then she got back on the team.
Yeah, but
so that was her thing for this, was that there was an issue, they had to resolve it, they had to go to a whole movie scene with her and Rhea to have that happen. So that was getting her over, I guess, was giving her that.
I don't know. She's better than all that.
I won't disagree with you. I mean, she's right up there too with Rhea as well. I mean, I don't think she's number one right now, but if not 2 or 3, easily Charlotte.
You think Rhea's number one?
Oh, without question. Like I don't think there's any doubt. Like beyond over right now. Like the fact that she's not the champion right now is kind of surprising. Like they should be building towards that in some capacity, and they're not doing that, which is kind of baffling, to be honest.
Struggling to remember who is the champion. Oh,
that's a championship match
Stephanie
later on.
Vaquer, who will be defending her title against Nikki Bella. Maybe Nikki Bella takes the title when we build towards Rhea and Nikki.
I mean, stranger things have happened. I just don't think we're getting the title change in that match. We talked about this last week. Like, you thought we're getting title change there. I don't think we're getting it there. I think we're getting another match on the show.
John Cena defending the Intercontinental Championship against Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio defeating a little person dressed as John Cena this week on Raw. Real throwback move from Dirty Dom.
Yeah, I felt like we saw that kind of segment, like in the Attitude Era. They did a lot of that kind of stuff.
I didn't hate it, though. The guy was clearly a wrestler. He took bumps, like, you know. For him, I'm sure he's pumped to do that. Like, he's a wrestler. He's going to get a shot on WWE TV. He got to do a promo. Like, his indie rate just went up by a few bucks. Like, yeah, good. He's fake John Cena. He could do John Cena gimmicks now on indie shows and make more money. Am I wrong?
I don't have a problem with them doing that. I just thought in the end, like, that was it. Like, nothing really happened. Dom got beat up a little bit, and wasn't really that great of a thing in the end. Like, I think the payoff wasn't that great. It was good for him, though. I mean, it's fine to do that, do the whole mocking thing. That's not a problem, but I just thought they could have done something more with it. Maybe Cena actually comes out, but no.
Well, no, Cena wasn't booked. Rey Mysterio had to come out.
Which is fine, and it led to Rey getting a victory, which we haven't seen Rey in a singles match in a while, so it's good to see Rey active again, doing stuff. Feels like the LWO is dead, though, but oh well.
Mm-hmm. So how about we start there? We'll do the predictions here for Survivor Series. John Cena, Dominic Mysterio. You think Dominic is taking the Intercontinental Championship back from John Cena? I'm assuming with some help from JD McDonuts and maybe Finn Balor. That's how you see it playing out?
It's going to take like the whole brigade, pretty much. It might take every member ever of Judgment Day. I'm not thinking Edge is showing up here, but I'm just saying that it's going to take a lot to beat Cena. But they're going to do that, and maybe they'll throw in a surprise here or there to do it, but they'll do everything that it takes to beat Cena, and they're going to get it done, I think.
I don't think Cena loses. That's it. That's the statement. I don't think Cena loses again, ever.
He lost to Brock. He can lose.
No more. No more. I think he can
I don't think
retire as champion. No more losses. Cena wins. Cena up, attitude adjustment, 1, 2, 3.
You're going with what you want.
All right. Well, I think, I don't know. I just feel like you diminish the final match if you have him lose to Dominic Mysterio here in his second to last match. You go, okay, well,
I mean,
who gets to pick the bones? Who cares?
if anything, it would put it more in doubt that maybe he actually will win his last match.
I guess. But I think
Maybe,
no matter what, him against Gunther, even if he is Intercontinental Champion, I think there's more doubt that, like, I think if he goes in as Intercontinental Champion against Gunther, you expect him to lose. Because he's got a belt. And it's Gunther. But then if he wins, it's like, oh, that's different. But if he loses the belt here to Dominic, you go, oh, well, he could win or lose. It doesn't really make a difference. If he wins, it's like, okay, he beat Gunther on his way out for America, I guess. And if he loses, it's like, okay, well, Gunther beat him. So did Dominic. Who cares? Like, if that's the thing. If Gunther beats him, doesn't really matter because Dom just did it. And if Cena beats Gunther, then it's like, whoa, who's better, Gunther or Dominic? I don't know. I think you have to have Cena beat Dom here to preserve Gunther and the tournament and all of that. I got Cena winning, retaining the title, going on for his last match against Gunther, winning that, and then they, whatever, do something with the Intercontinental belt, do another tournament, do a Battle Royal. Who cares? Doesn't matter. The Intercontinental Championship, like, come on. The Women's Intercontinental Championship means more at this point, and the belt's been around for like 6 months. IC title was with Dominic Mysterio for the longest time. You forgot about it. Irrelevant. Now Cena has it for some reason, like gimmick reason, because he never won it before. Who cares?
I think it would do more good for Dominic to get the win tomorrow than it actually would for anyone else who potentially could face Cena at this point. So that would be big for Dominic to win. I think he should win, Dominic, on Saturday.
All right. Well, we got a difference of opinion here. We'll see what happens tomorrow night. Stephanie Vaquer, Women's World Champion, defending against Nikki Bella. I think we got another difference of opinion here, John. I've got Nikki Bella winning. Cena and Nikki both winning on the same night. It's like the good old days. It's like 2012 all over again. When was that?
Was that when they had that mixed tag? I thought it was like 2013, 14.
Something like that. You know, whatever. You know what I mean.
Maybe even 15, to be honest.
WrestleMania 33, 2017.
Wow. Okay.
Jeez. That recently. Cena and Nikki beat Miz and Maurice, and then he proposed to her?
I think that's been erased, though, from WWE history, but yeah, that happened.
Then he proposed to Nikki in the ring at WrestleMania in 2017. 8 years later, they're on the same Survivor Series card, and I got them winning big matches. I got Nikki Bella becoming the new Women's World Champion over Stephanie Vaquer because Stephanie Vaquer's title run has been an absolute dud, and we need to move it along. And I think you're right. We do need to move towards Rhea Ripley becoming champion again. And Nikki Bella, I think, is a great foe for her. Also a great foe for AJ Lee. They've got prior beef. I think that would be good. Nikki as a heel champion against all these great baby faces that we have, like Io Sky, like Rhea Ripley, like AJ Lee, all on Monday Night Raw. I think we kind of need it. I think we need a heel champion, not a babyface champion, because who is Stephanie Vaquer really going to go up against? Who are the heels in the women's division other than Becky Lynch? Like, what else is there for Stephanie Vaquer? I think we need a heel champion. I think Nikki Bella is the perfect champion. It would make a lot of people mad. Fearless Nikki for the win.
I agree with your idea that we need a heel champion. I just don't know Nikki Bella is the right one. If Liv Morgan's coming back, I think she'd be perfect, actually. And then if you build towards that match, Rhea versus Liv for WrestleMania.
Again.
Yeah, I think that's what should happen.
I feel like Liv is going to have to... Like, I don't think Liv comes back as a heel. I think she comes back as a babyface and has to deal with Roxanne Perez.
Right away? Really?
Well,
wow. Okay.
You think they're going to be friends? I don't think so. I think Liv comes back and it's like, well, what are you doing here? And she gets Rhea Ripley'd out of Judgment Day.
I expect tension, and that might eventually happen. And I could see it happen after she loses to Rhea. I could see something like that happen. And then after WrestleMania, I could see Liv as a babyface. But I think they can still get something out of that.
I think the fans like Liv too much. Like, when she'll come back, she's going to get a babyface reaction no matter who she's with. No matter what she does, people are going to cheer for her when she comes back.
Right, but that's how you can turn it, though, too, as well. Like, you can make it seem like, oh, she's on everyone's side, but then, oh, she's actually still with Judgment Day. And then they'll boo.
Well, we got a lot of differences of opinion here, John. We're disagreeing a lot. I disagree. And you disagree with me, right? You're going with Stephanie Vaquer to beat Nikki Bella?
I hope it happens, but again, I could be surprised. And like WWE loves to do these crazy surprises. Like, I didn't see Maxine Dupree winning the IC championship, but it happened. So
Stephanie's been champion for a little bit now, and it's not been great. I think they're going to pull the plug on her like they pulled the plug on Giulia and her U.S. title reign. Pulled the plug on that title reign and disappeared Giulia too. Where's she been? Gone. Chelsea Green gets a talking segment on SmackDown. Do you see Giulia once? I didn't. Is she in War Games? Nope. Where's Giulia? Don't know.
I think they're a bit more invested with Vaquer than Giulia, I think. I feel like they feel Stephanie is potentially going to be a top star, I think.
Promos are important.
Sure, but I think because her wrestling is like top notch right now, one of the best in all of women's wrestling right now. I think they're looking past it a little bit. And they tried on Raw. You saw they tried.
It's just with Stephanie Vaquer, her wrestling is pretty good, but there's no character there. There's like nothing. I have no idea who she is.
I mean, we complained about this for Toni Storm for a year or so until she figured it out. So I think Stephanie can give her time to figure it out.
Yeah, but Toni Storm wasn't really the champion until she figured it out.
No, she was. They actually did give her a reign.
But like it was, everybody was champion and they were bouncing it around.
Right. And this is kind of Stephanie's just, injury. Well, we'll just give it to her, see what's going on. And off this, I think they can make her into something.
I'm saying now's the time to move it along. All right. Well, it'll be interesting to see what they do because we got different picks here. What about the War Games matches? How about women's War Games? Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, AJ Lee take on Nia Jax, Lash Legend, Asuka, Kairi Sane, and Becky Lynch.
I like the baby faces in this one.
Ooh. Really?
Wow, we going differ again? Wow.
Well, I love it. Yeah, I think we're going to flip on everything.
Crazy. That's amazing.
You're going to be right about everything, by the way.
Well, obviously one of us is going to be right?
No, I think it's going to be you on everything, and you're going to be like, I told you, and I'll be like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm wrong, but I'm going with what I don't know. I watch these shows.
Why do you
too.
feel this way?
I don't know.
Why do you feel this way?
I don't know, because you're picking against me, and usually we pick basically everything the same for WWE shows. Maybe that's a good thing with this show. It's like, it's hard to tell, right?
I feel like a lot of this is slam dunk stuff, but...
Oh, okay.
Again...
See, the fact that you're so convinced and I'm kind of like on the fence makes me think that you're going to be right about everything.
Again, it's just how you look at it. Like, the way I'm seeing it, the way, like, the heel... Like, pretty much everyone who got the advantage is going to win. Because usually what they do is they do the opposite, right? Is that if you have the advantage, then you win. I mean, if you don't have the advantage, then you win. So, like, I think that happens. But I think this year, the advantage will actually mean something. And that will be the thing going forward. And if you notice, too, with the women's, I find the heels have been mainly dominated. And it seems like the faces, like they can barely keep it together for the women. With the men's, I feel like it's kind of even-ish. But the way I look at it with the men's, I see the two world champions are on one side, so the heel side has to look stronger, I think.
Interesting. I see it differently. I'm going to go with the heels to win.
The women's.
The women, the women heels, Becky Lynch's team. I think that they are more aligned together.
And bigger.
They are bigger. They are much bigger. Alexa Bliss and AJ Lee are very small. Nia Jax, Lash Legend are very big.
Yep.
So I've got that team winning the War Games for the women, the heels. I think, Charlotte, Rhea Ripley alliance will not last. I think the team will maybe not survive as far as staying together. So I'm going to go with Nia, Lash, Asuka, Kairi, and Becky to win. No champions in this match. None of the champions.
Well, there are the tag champions, right?
Oh, right, the Kabuki Warriors. That's true. Yeah. Okay, so you're going with the other team, the babyface team.
Well, and you put over the fact that the women's babyface team, like, they've been at odds with each other, and that's where you feel like, oh, it's not going to work out. Where I feel the heel team, they've kind of shown a little bit where not everyone's on the same page and believes in the whole Becky, like, telling them what to do kind of thing. And I think that's going to play a factor in it, too, where Becky's going to try to bully people around, and people are going to tell her, like, too bad, they'll do their own thing, and that's going to cost them, I think, the match.
We'll see. Okay, and then the War Games match, you kind of laid out how you think it's going to go. I have the opposite. I got Punk, Cody, the Usos, and Roman winning. Because
I'm baffled by this. Wow.
Because they got the champion. They got both champions on the... I mean, they got who are supposed to be the two best guys in the whole company on one team. You got both champions and Roman Reigns on one team. How could they lose? The other team is mostly jabronis.
But that's it, though. Like, because you have the champions of one. Like you say, it's a super team. They're too strong. So this is where they have to lose, actually, I think.
Nah, man. If John Cena was on a team with Batista, that team would win. If Hulk Hogan was on a team with Macho Man, that team would win. If Cody Rhodes is on a team with Roman Reigns, that team should win.
It's funny, Hogan's team lost his first ever Survivor Series because he was the champion. He didn't need to win.
I got Cody and Roman winning. Who's going to pin Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes and CM Punk? They're all taking falls? No, wait, sorry. No. They don't all have to take a fall. Only one guy has to take a fall. And it could be Jimmy Uso very easily. Okay, sorry.
Easily. Sorry. Like, I expect that.
It should, well, if anybody, it's, if anybody's taking the fall on the babyface team, it's Jimmy Uso. It's not main event Jay. It's not Roman. It's not Cody or Punk. It would be Jimmy Uso. On the men's team, it could be Bronson Reed. It could be Logan Paul. It could be Drew McIntyre taking the fall. It could be Brock Lesnar taking the fall from Roman Reigns. Or Cody. Or Punk. Or main event Jay. I mean, any of these guys could do it. I got them winning. I think you want to send the crowd home happy. I think this is going to close the show. And I think you close the show with happiness, excitement, babyface team winning.
Well, I think there will be somewhat of a nice ending, but I don't know if it will be in terms of like just the babyface team winning. I think we'll get an idea. Because Roman teased it, right? Like, I'm going to come after one of the titles. I think maybe we'll get an idea of which title by the end of the night, maybe.
So that's the happy ending? Roman Reigns, like, spearing CM Punk? Is that a happy ending?
I honestly, I think him spearing Cody Rhodes, I think the place will blow, I think, if that happens. I think people will be very happy.
You think he's going to do that?
I think that's the match we should get, actually. I mean, they're tied, right, at WrestleMania. Have the trilogy match at this year's WrestleMania or next year's WrestleMania.
I don't want to see that again. I mean, I guess.
I mean,
it's
who
a
else?
Different story this time. I mean, I guess they could. Yeah, what else is Cody doing?
What else is Roman doing? Like, what other main event could they do? Like, it makes the most sense, I think.
Mm-hmm. And then what? Punk against Gunther again?
Punk could do a lot of different things.
Brock?
He could do Brock. Maybe Seth comes back, because apparently Seth says he's trying to come back by February.
Okay, that's something.
I think there's options. And maybe they're going to push Bronson Reed all the way up there.
Bronson Reed and CM Punk? Not Braun Breaker.
I mean, wait and see, because Bronson Reed, they're kind of pushing him kind of hard right now. So
they are.
Again, but maybe they're pushing him hard now, because maybe Breaker will get it after him.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, because I feel Reed's going to get a title shot.
Yeah, it seems like it's headed that way, right?
But that might be at the Rumble, though.
Huh?
That might be early. That might be before WrestleMania. Bronson Reed getting a title shot. Bronson Reed might get the shot at the Rumble.
Yeah,
I can see that happening, actually.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I'm interested now in Survivor Series because we got different picks on every single match.
It's a first. Amazing.
I wonder what Angelo thinks. I see Angelo there, CSL Lauren, Ryan Katz. Who are you guys picking for Survivor Series? Send me your picks in the chat. Who do you have? Cena or Dom? Who do you have for the War Games match? Team Punk or Team Brock Lesnar? What do you have for the other War Games match? Team AJ Lee or Team Becky Lynch? You have Stephanie Vaquer retaining or Nikki Bella as new champion? I got Nikki Bella as new champion. Johnny doesn't think so. I got John Cena retaining. Johnny doesn't think so. I've got Nia Jax, Becky Lynch, Lash Legend, and the Kabuki Warriors winning Women's War Games. Johnny doesn't think so. And I got Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, and the Usos winning. Johnny doesn't think so. So, pretty good.
I hope we're doing a post show tomorrow because it'll be fun for one of us. Oh, that's too bad. That would have been fun for one of us.
No, sorry, we can't. I got somewhere I gotta be tomorrow night. I can't do a show after the Survivor Series. It's my buddy Giuseppe's 40th birthday party. Gotta go.
Oh, good for him.
You know Giuseppe.
I know of, I think. It was the same person, I think you're talking about. I only know one Giuseppe that you know, so.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. You know him.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. You did a show with him before. For a little bit. Yeah.
You know him. Like, you went to school with him, didn't you?
Of course.
Didn't we all work at that Dawson newspaper together?
We did, yes.
So you know who I'm talking about, right?
We used to call him Joey all the time, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But now he goes by Giuseppe because he's fancy. He's a classy man now.
Okay.
He's 40, he's grown up. Joey is, for children. He's Giuseppe. I like it. I think it's cool. Name change. I'm going to do a name change. I'm not Dave anymore. I'm Dave Seppi.
Well, I thought you were going to go with Davison, but that's more
Dave
insider
Seppi.
stuff.
Davidinho. I think Davidinho is pretty good. Davidinho! It sounds good like that. Like a soccer guy. Like Ronaldinho, but Davidinho. Is there a Davidinho? There must be somewhere in Brazil, some guy called Davidinho. Got to get one of those jerseys. People start calling me Davidinho. You see how it takes off. Start wearing a Davidinho jersey a lot of times. People go, Davidinho. And then all of a sudden people start calling me that. Nickname. Done.
I think DS is still your best nickname, but
I like Dapsy. That's a good one. Angelo says Team Punk, Dominic, Team Rhea, and Vaquer are his picks. Okay. So he's got Team Punk like me. He's got Dominic like you. He's got Stephanie like you. And he's got Rhea like you.
Well, half.
Well, no. 3 out of 4 like you and then 1 like me. Not half.
Oh, okay.
No, he picked Dominic over Punk like you did. No, Dominic over Cena. Sorry, like you did. He picked the Rhea Ripley team like you did, the Babyfaces. And he picked the Stephanie Vaquer to win. But
again,
he agrees
I feel like
with me. He actually picked 3 Dominic's a heel. 3 baby faces and a heel. Did I do 2 and 2? Cena. Yeah, I did 2 and 2. Men's babyface War Games. John Cena, 2 baby faces winning. Stephanie Vaquer or Nikki Bella heel winning, and then all women's heels winning. 1 title change. We each have a title change, but your title change is different than mine. Both our predictions make sense on paper. You know what I mean?
Honestly, the men's one, I just don't see Punk's team winning.
I don't understand how you don't see a team that has Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, and CM Punk and the Usos winning. It's one of the most stacked Survivor Series teams ever. How do you not see them winning? I don't get it. I don't get how you see those guys not winning. They're like the top guys in the whole company on one team. They're the 3 biggest guys in the company. They're the three biggest guys in all of pro wrestling on one team. How do you not see them winning? It's literally, John, the three top male stars in the business right now on one team, and you're like, I can't believe you see these guys winning. I can't believe you don't see these guys winning. What do you mean?
Well, the fact that we both believe, like, two of the three are going to be wrestling each other at WrestleMania. So right away, there's going to be problems with them working together easily. You're going to see that whether win or lose. You can tell the team's not going to work out too well. And, like, it's not exactly they're against, like, slouches here. Like you say, like, oh, like, it's a bunch of jabronis they're against. Brock Lesnar, I wouldn't call it jabroni. And
No.
Drew McIntyre is still up there, I think.
He's like a main event level. He's like a Kane type character, Big Show, where he's like, he's in the main event, but he's not winning.
I feel like because he's done a lot of jobs lately,
Yeah.
I can't see him losing this one. Logan Paul also losing a lot lately. They've been losing a lot, the heel side. This is their time to finally get one over, I think.
Bronson Reed's been picking up tons of wins. Braun Breaker, too.
Yeah, I didn't really count those two because I feel like they're protected no matter what.
They are very protected. That's true. That's the only thing that makes me go, oh, maybe they'll win, because those two guys are really protected.
Oh, one of those two, I think, are going to win the match, probably.
All right. Well, that Survivor Series going down tomorrow night. There was a John Cena tournament match. The winner faces Gunther in the semifinals. Gunther beat Carmelo Hayes this week. But then the other match was Penta versus Solo Sikoa. And Solo won because Penta got hurt doing like a Hurricane Rana outside the ring off the barricade. Looked like he blew out his shoulder or dislocated it or whatever. I don't know how hurt he is, but hurt, maybe injured. But the match just ended. I don't know if Solo was supposed to win because it was kind of weird. Solo versus Gunther, Penta versus Gunther makes more sense. I don't think any of that was supposed to happen. Well, I mean, obviously the injury, but the finish for Solo to win, I don't think he was supposed to win.
It's weird because like he had the match on SmackDown. He main evented SmackDown tonight, which is also very weird. But
Solo,
I feel like, yeah.
So
it's weird that he was supposed to lose on Raw, but then win the main event on SmackDown. It's weird how it all goes down, and I feel that's what's going to cost him. Like, I feel like this was supposed to happen because he's not going to beat Gunther because of what happened. If you remember the ending of SmackDown with the Wyatt Six, I think that's going to cost him the match with Gunther.
So you think maybe he was supposed to win against Penta?
To me, it's just like, it's weird that he would have lost, then win, and then like gone on with that. It's not impossible that would have happened because, like you said, the Penta Gunther match makes sense. But to me, it also makes sense that it's happening the way it's happening right now.
I really thought that match was going to end with Solo getting screwed over by somebody in this Survivor Series match, like the Motor City Machine Guns or Sami Zayn showing up and distracting him, helping Penta win. Which, like, I wonder, imagine that was the plan and they were there, like they flew there for the spot, but then Penta gets hurt, so they never go out. I mean, that's possible.
Maybe. I feel like they would have mentioned it more, but maybe would have played more. Well, actually, no, because they actually filmed this. I was incorrect. They didn't film this after Raw. They filmed this last week, actually, after SmackDown. So, like, all this happened before Raw even happened. So you couldn't actually do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this was all done well in advance. This is why SmackDown felt very disconnected from what we're going to see probably tomorrow. Because, like, a lot of the main event, like the men's Survivor Series teams weren't around. Your main event wasn't really around at all on the last episode before Survivor Series. Very weird. And the women's thing, it wasn't really that big of a deal.
No.
No Cena, too, by the way.
No.
No Stephanie, no Nikki. Not really a good last show before Survivor Series.
Yeah, this show, SmackDown, felt like a big nothing tonight. Jey Uso beat Rusev to advance in the John Cena tournament. LA Knight beat The Miz in a match that just took too long. Miz shouldn't be wrestling on TV. Where are we at in that tournament? Who's left?
So, yeah,
Are we down
LA
to 4?
Knight. We're pretty much down in the final 4 now, yeah.
Okay. So LA Knight and Jey Uso will wrestle?
Yeah, it's interesting how that went down, because I feel like it would have been different, but that's the way the brackets work. Jey Uso versus LA Knight and Gunther versus Solo.
Are we going to see Jey Uso and Gunther in the finals here?
Yeah, I think there's a strong possibility.
Again?
I think there's a strong possibility of that, yeah.
That's funny. I think that's what's going to happen. I think Jey Uso beats LA Knight for sure. And Gunther, yeah, for sure. It's going to be Jey Uso and Gunther. That's just silly.
Well, I mean, unless they play off that Jey Uso's too hurt after War Games. And
oh, yeah.
That's all.
That's an out.
I could see LA. Yeah, I could see LA Knight win by that way.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
Either way, event, I mean, Gunther wins.
Yeah, either way, Gunther's going up against Cena. We knew that from the start. The main event of SmackDown was Solo and all his guys, the Tongas, all the 4 Tongas. And Sami Zayn and his friends of the Motor City Machine Guns, and who else was
Nakamura.
in it? Shinsuke Nakamura.
Rey Fenix.
Those guys lost. The Solo friends won. But then the Wyatt Six showed up. Ugh. Are they tag team champions still, those Wyatts?
I believe. Yeah, I think so.
They are, right?
I think so. I can't remember them ever losing.
Defend the belts.
Well, I mean, who are they going to face exactly?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know. They have nobody.
I honestly thought
again, I've said for years, the women's tag division, it's one division. The champions go on both shows because there's no tag team division to speak of in the WWE. It's the same for the men. They shouldn't have 2 sets of tag belts because the men's tag team champions and the women's tag team champions, the men's tag team champions on Raw and SmackDown, totally forgettable.
Yeah, I was very happy when we had undisputed tag team champions. I'm like, this is the way it should be. I don't know why we had to ununify the titles, but they had to do it in that ladder match and ruin everything.
I'm forgetting again who are the tag team champions on Raw. Hold on. It's AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. I know this because they're supposed to wrestle the New Day on Monday because I saw New Day cut a promo on Raw. And I was like, oh, the New Day. They're still around. That's good. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, makeshift tag team, are the tag team champions on Raw. And the Wyatt Six, a team that's barely existing on SmackDown, they're the tag team champions over there. If you had one division, you might make it a little better. But there's nothing going on. It's a very weak tag division on both shows. WWE doesn't pay attention to tag team wrestling, and they seem to put no effort into it.
They might put more effort next year because SmackDown's going back to 3 hours, so they'll have more time for the tag team division then.
Yeah. Get ready for more 25-minute Motor City Machine Gun DIY matches.
I highly expect that to happen. Yeah, highly expect that.
Yeah, they'll do a best of 7.
Well, they've already done a 2 out of 3 falls match, if I'm not mistaken. So
we need to stop before we give them any ideas. Chelsea Green cut a promo this week on SmackDown to celebrate herself and her championships. And then Jade Cargill, like Chelsea was being very like obnoxious, right? Chelsea Green doing her normal thing. And then Jade Cargill, Chelsea Green saying she's a great champion and all of this because she's the U.S. champion and she's a, what is it? AAA champion of some sort?
I believe it's the mixed AAA champion.
Okay. So she's talking about how she's a great champion, and then Jade Cargill comes out and like beats her up viciously, and then leaves. What's up with that? Chelsea is a heel, and I think Jade is a heel.
Yeah.
The crowd kind of popped when Jade attacked Chelsea because it was cool because Chelsea's there talking and they're annoyed. And then Jade comes out and beats her up, which is cool, and then leaves, and she looks cool, and she's the champion. So people kind of pop for that. But I thought she's supposed to be this heel that everybody hates. It was weird. Why did they do that? Do you have any explanation?
The only thing I can figure is that they just wanted to make Jade look good. And they had that thing last week where they had the promo with each other, so this was kind of finish that off. But when they finished that off, they had Jade like have the interaction afterwards with the baby faces, and they were all mad because Jade has attitude, and that's a bad thing. So she's obviously bad for having attitude.
Yeah.
So
you have these weak-ass baby faces backstage in Michin and B-Fab. B-Fab, who already got beat up, just squashed by Jade last week. She's mad. It's like, who cares? This is your opposition for Jade Cargill? B-Fab looks like she might want to join up with Jade Cargill. I don't know. She was given a weird look. Couldn't quite tell what was going on there. I guess we're just waiting for Tiffy time. Where's Tiffy time?
I guess you have to wait for that one. I don't know. Not around right now.
Yeah. It was just weird stuff with Jade Cargill. I didn't like that thing with Chelsea Green. I don't know why they had to do that. Becky Lynch, we talked about, she's in the War Games. She also made some news. She was on a podcast this week, and she said some pretty controversial things.
We're talking about the Lacey Evans stuff, I'm guessing, or
I was gonna say the other thing, but I was gonna say the thing about the blacklisting.
Oh, okay, yes, there's that too, yeah.
She says this to the Bert Kreischer podcast. She says, I'm not going to name names, but there was a guy on the main roster who it was like, be careful. Be careful because, one, he'll try to sleep with you. If he sleeps with you, then he'll blacklist you. And then if he tries to sleep with you and then you don't sleep with him, he'll also blacklist you. So kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't scenario, which is pretty awful. Either way, it's horrible. And then she continues, so there was this line that you had to walk this tightrope. Kreischer asked Lynch if he knew the person, and Becky said, yes, you know him, definitely. At one point, he got my number, and I remember being like, how do you walk this line? So there was always this thing of, if you get into a relationship and things go south, they're not going to fire the guy. They're always going to fire the girl. So it was a very, very scary thing. Jeez. So first of all, everybody's speculating, who is this? You got to wonder, when somebody's going to get the opportunity to talk to Becky Lynch and say, yo, you remember that thing you said? Who are you talking about? Because we should probably name that guy and blacklist him from pro wrestling forever, no? Kind of disappointed she didn't name him. That's a pretty crazy story. Just drop a bomb like that and walk away. It's interesting. And if it's true, whoa. What? Who was that? And how was that allowed? I mean, I know how it was allowed because Vince McMahon ran the WWE at the time. But, what? People are guessing on the internet, which is not good. Like, that's the other thing. Like, people are guessing. They're like, oh, I think it's this guy or I think it's that guy. And you go, okay, well, Becky's saying this. Now it's going to point the finger at a bunch of different people. The speculation is going to run wild. I don't know. It was an interesting move by Becky to just kind of say that. I don't know if she realized how much controversy was going to cause because people are now like, yo, who are we talking about here? What? Who's doing this? Blacklisting you from the business, getting you fired from WWE if he wants to sleep with you and you do it, he'll get rid of you somehow, and then if you don't, he'll also get rid of you somehow. Like, who is that? Because whoever it is, it's going to be a very famous professional wrestler, and I'd like to know who that is. So we can go, oh, yeah, that guy, he's a good wrestler maybe, but pretty bad guy. Let's not celebrate him. Because chances are, whoever it is going to be celebrated in some way. That's what we do with the legends of the business. And chances are, if you have that kind of stroke with WWE, you're a legend of the business. So.
It's a bad look for WWE. It's really, really bad. It kind of shows that it's a very greasy company and that they allow something like this to happen because a lot's implied by what she's saying, but that someone has that power to get someone fired like that. And if that's allowed like that, it makes WWE look really, really bad. Now, I can understand why she didn't name the person because that would lead to potential lawsuits, I imagine. So I don't think she wanted to get too messy into that. But just by throwing that out there, it's created enough of a mess anyways, I think, that something has to be done. WWE has to do something about this because this is going to get brought up over and over again if they don't.
Triple H should be asked about this.
Well, they don't do press conferences anymore. There's no presses anymore.
Right. But this is a very serious allegation made by one of your top stars who currently still works for the company.
I imagine there will be a lot of damage. There needs to be damage control off this. And I think a big thing they'll say is that whoever she's talking about is no longer in the company and that it's been settled and they'll never be back kind of thing.
The culture's different now. Vince is gone.
Right.
Yeah.
But that needs to be said, though, because off this, there needs to be some sort of action. Because
WWE hasn't made a statement or anything.
No, I think they were kind of taken by surprise, too, by this.
Yeah. And then she said about Lacey Evans. She says, I start working with Lacey Evans right out the gate after WrestleMania 35. God bless her, but she wasn't, for me to go from the main event of WrestleMania to somebody who hadn't done anything was terrible. So Becky basically saying, she started working with Lacey after Mania, and it just, Lacey wasn't over, and it just didn't make a lot of sense. I don't think she was saying anything bad about Lacey. She said, God bless her. However, Lacey took it pretty hard.
I don't think what she said was very flattering, to be honest, but I can understand why Lacey was kind of mad. But
Yeah.
And she was very mad, as you saw with many tweets that she put out afterwards.
I mean, just so many tweets from old Lacey Evans, who is no longer in the WWE, of course. She is now doing OnlyFans. And she's mad at Becky Lynch for making that comment. Wasn't a great thing to say, but it wasn't an untrue thing to say. Lacey hadn't done a lot at the time, and working with her wasn't great. Lacey should understand that, but she's mad.
I mean, the way I look at it, that's more on the booking. Like, it's not like she decided, oh, yeah, I want to wrestle Becky right away. But whoever booked that decided that's what was going to happen because they wanted to elevate her that level as quickly as possible. And now you're pretty much putting up right now, I guess, the whole Lacey Evans response here looks like you're putting up.
There you go. There's Lacey's response. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Kissing emoji. The only person who cried more than you was the baby I had on my hip while taking all the opportunity.